Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me for this time-lapse review of week 2 of 30 paintings in 30 days. I've issued a personal challenge to paint an oil painting each day, start to finish for 30 days in a row, staying true to my style and making them good quality. And I've made it 14 days, though I almost ran out of time a couple of days. I'm posting each day's painting on Instagram and Facebook. And if you've been following me, I thank you, and I really appreciate all the likes and the kind words. It's very encouraging. I also appreciate you folks who have purchased one of these paintings. If you don't know, I'm selling all 30 paintings for $50 each. So if you see one or see another one that you like, please email me, private message me, or just say so in the comments of the post for that painting. All 30 paintings are on really nice wood panels that are either 6 inches by 6 inches, 5 by 7, or 4 by 6. So let's get into week 2. The subject of day 1 in week 2 was of a World War I soldier. This is an emotional painting for me because my grandfather was in World War I and fought in every major battle that the American forces were in, wounded severely twice, wounded I don't know how many other times, and buried many good friends in France. So when I look at this, I just think of how my grandfather grieved, and so many soldiers end up grieving and such a loss. The amazing thing is my grandfather recovered fully emotionally and was able to lead such a great life. He was a good man. So I appreciate him and his sacrifice, his friends. So day 2 was something different. I've never painted a full size or a big animal before, just really small ones, birds and those types of things. So this was a huge challenge. I knew it going into it. And it was interesting because this took me about 10 and a half hours of painting. So I made it with about an hour and 15 minutes to spare, but I really enjoyed it and I was pleased with how it turned out. It's always interesting to me. A zebra's black and white, right? Well, no. There's very little pure white on this painting. There's a few spots, but most of it is actually, as you can see in the palette, more of a brown and a tan color. As I was going along with this, I really love the lighting. You can tell the way the light is shining kind of from above and behind the zebra, highlighting certain parts of it. So I enjoy that type of thing. So inspire me to do more big animals. So day 3 was an interesting challenge too. It took me about 9 hours to do this one, but I wanted to try something that was going to challenge me in the ability to do reflections in water that are distorted by the waves. Most of the reflections I'm really comfortable doing are still water. That's much easier to do for me. So this was an interesting challenge and I really struggled a lot with it, but I finally ended up with something I think turned out fairly well. I need a lot of work to get better at doing water reflections and just water in general. So it's good. It was good for me. I enjoyed it. Then for day 4, this again is an unusual lighting. I love the high contrast lighting like with this one. I got this off of a reference photo from a Facebook page that I belong to where photographers will provide royalty-free photos, and I love this guy's work. And you can see the lighting from above and just completely black background and just highlights the plant and the bowl that the plant is in. I was really pleased with how that turned out, especially. So it's kind of fun to see something such high contrast, and yet you can really see all the definition and the detail come about. So then day 5, I was challenged to do a landscape because I love doing landscapes, but normally I'm very detailed and do lots of layers. So doing it in a day, I can't really do the layers. So this was an interesting challenge for me. I had to really leave a lot of the detail out, but I wanted something that would give distance, and I really think it turned out well. I like the fogginess of the purple part of the forest and then the light coming in from the path. So you can kind of picture going down a path like that would be very bright. I love those kinds of things. So, and then for day 6, I decided to do something I've never done before, which was a still life of fruit. and oranges, which the big orange kind of turned out more like a peach. I got to work on that, but enough of the oranges in the or the orange slices in the front and the half orange in the front kind of helps cover for the fact that the big orange isn't as quite orange-like as I would like. But overall, it turned out pretty good. It was a good learning experience. And then day 7 was again an all black background with white candles. And this is another example, interesting, that there's no white on the candles anywhere, because even though they are white, technically, what our eye sees isn't white. So there's more yellow and gray and brown in these, but they're not the most exciting subject, but it was fun. I enjoyed doing them, and I like candles anyway, so there. Well, that covers week 2 of 30 paintings in 30 days. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week for week number 3. Thank you.